Welcome back. I'm Sage, and this is Easy English with Sage.
Okay. So today, wow, we're diving into something really special. We're talking about learning advanced English alone and using shadowing techniques to speak confidently. Ooh, that's interesting, right? Because I really know, many of you are thinking, Sage, how can I improve my English when I'm alone? I don't have anyone to practice with. Let me think. Actually, you have the best teacher right here with you. Yourself. Yes, you heard me right. You can become your own best English teacher. Oh, wow. Before we start this amazing journey together, let me just say, if you're here for the first time, welcome to our family. And if you've been here before, thank you for coming back. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Trust me, it really helps you stay motivated and connected with our daily English practice. We're building something beautiful here together. So let's talk about something real, something honest. I meet so many learners who say, I understand English when I watch movies, when I listen to podcasts, when I read books. But Sage, when someone asks me a question, my mind goes blank. I freeze. I start translating in my head. And by the time I think of what to say, the conversation has moved on. Does this sound familiar to you? I thought so. And you know what? That's completely normal. You're not alone in this. Thousands of people feel exactly the same way. The truth is, understanding English and speaking English are two very different muscles. Think about it like this. Imagine you watch professional basketball every single day. You understand all the rules. You know all the techniques. You can explain the game perfectly. But does that mean you can step onto the court and play like a professional? Of course not. You need to practice. You need to move your body. You need to train. Speaking English is the same. You need to train your mouth, your tongue, your brain to think and respond automatically. And that's exactly what we're going to do today. We're going to practice advanced English together using a powerful technique called shadowing. And trust me, by the end of this session, you're going to feel more confident, more natural, and more ready to speak English in real life. Now, let me explain what shadowing really means. Shadowing is when you listen to English and immediately repeat what you hear, almost like an echo. You copy the rhythm, the speed, the intonation, the feeling of the words. It's not just about repeating words. It's about becoming the speaker. You're training your brain to think in English patterns. You're teaching your mouth to move in English ways. And here's the beautiful part. You can do this completely alone. You don't need a teacher sitting next to you. You don't need a conversation partner. You just need your ears, your voice, and the willingness to practice. That's it. So today, we're going to go on a journey together. I'm going to guide you through different situations, different conversations, different ways of speaking. And I want you to repeat after me. Say it with me. Feel the words. Don't worry about being perfect. Nobody is perfect. Even native speakers make mistakes. The goal is progress, not perfection. Are you ready? Okay. Let's begin. Let's start with something simple, something you do every single morning. Imagine you're waking up. The sun is coming through your window. You stretch your arms. You take a deep breath, and you start your day by speaking English. Yes, speaking English to yourself. Let me show you how. Repeat after me. Good morning. Today is a beautiful day. Say it again. Good morning. Today is a beautiful day. One more time, but this time smile when you say it. Good morning. Today is a beautiful day. Wow, that's nice. Do you feel how your voice changes when you smile? When you speak with positive energy, English sounds more natural, more friendly, more confident. Now, let's continue. You're in your bedroom. You're looking around. Let's describe what you see. Repeat after me. The window is open. Fresh air is coming in. Again, the window is open. Fresh air is coming in. Now, let's add more. The curtains are moving gently. The sun is shining. Try it. The curtains are moving gently. The sun is shining. Good. You're doing great. Do you see what we're doing? We're connecting English to your real life. We're making English part of your daily routine. This is how you start thinking in English instead of translating. If you're still with me, type yes in the comments. I want to know you're practicing along with me. Now, let's move to the kitchen. You're making breakfast. This is the perfect time to practice English because you're doing something familiar, something comfortable. Your brain isn't stressed. So learning happens naturally. Repeat after me. I'm going to make some coffee. Again, I'm going to make some coffee. Now let's add the action. I'm filling the kettle with water. I'm turning on the stove. Try it. I'm filling the kettle with water. I'm turning on the stove. Beautiful. Now let's describe the next steps. The water is heating up. I can hear it starting to boil. Say it with me. The water is heating up. I can hear it starting to boil. One more time with feeling. The water is heating up. I can hear it starting to boil. Excellent. Do you notice something? When you describe actions as they happen, you're practicing present continuous tense naturally. You're not thinking about grammar rules. You're just using English in real time. This is fluency. This is how you speak automatically without fear or hesitation. Let's continue with breakfast. You're making toast. Repeat. I'm putting bread in the toaster. Again, I'm putting bread in the toaster. Now, the toast is getting golden brown. It smells delicious. Try it. The toast is getting golden brown. It smells delicious. Let me think. Now let's practice a complete sequence. Listen carefully, then repeat. I'm making breakfast. First, I'm boiling water for coffee. Then, I'm toasting bread. Finally, I'm spreading butter on the toast. Your turn. I'm making breakfast. First, I'm boiling water for coffee. Then, I'm toasting bread. Finally, I'm spreading butter on the toast. Ooh, that's interesting. Did you hear how we used sequence words? First, then, finally. These words help you organize your thoughts and speak more clearly. This is advanced English. This is professional communication. Tell me in the comments, which sentence was your favorite so far? I'm really curious to know. Now let's imagine you're getting ready to go outside. Maybe you're going to work, maybe you're going shopping, or maybe you're just taking a walk. Let's practice some useful phrases. Repeat after me. I need to get ready now. Again, I need to get ready now. Now let's add. I'm going to take a quick shower and get dressed. Try it. I'm going to take a quick shower and get dressed. Good. Now imagine you're choosing your clothes. Say this. What should I wear today? Maybe the blue shirt and black pants. Again, what should I wear today? Maybe the blue shirt and black pants. Perfect. Do you see what we're doing? We're practicing thinking in English. When you ask yourself questions in English, when you make decisions in English, you're training your brain to work in English automatically. This is the secret to fluency. Now, let's practice talking about the weather. This is important because weather is one of the most common conversation topics in English, especially when you meet someone or start a conversation. Repeat. It looks like a nice day today. Again, it looks like a nice day today. Now let's add. The sky is clear and the sun is shining bright. Try it. The sky is clear and the sun is shining brightly. One more. It's warm outside, but there's a gentle breeze. Say it. It's warm outside, but there's a gentle breeze. Excellent. Now let's practice the opposite. Imagine it's a rainy day. Repeat. It's raining quite heavily today. Again. It's raining quite heavily today. Now, I should take an umbrella with me. Try it. I should take an umbrella with me. And one more. The streets might be slippery, so I'll walk carefully. Say it. The streets might be slippery, so I'll walk carefully. Wow, that's nice. You're doing so well. Can you feel your confidence growing? Every sentence you repeat, every word you practice, you're building your English speaking ability. You're becoming more fluent, more natural. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for daily practice. It really helps you stay motivated and make English a habit, not just a task. All right, quick break. Did you subscribe yet? I'm watching you. Ha ha ha! Just kidding, but seriously, it helps. Now let's move to a different situation. Imagine you're at work or at school. You need to have professional conversations. You need to sound confident and clear. Let's practice some workplace English together. Repeat after me. Good morning, everyone. I hope you're all doing well. Again, good morning, everyone. I hope you're all doing well. Now, imagine you're starting a meeting. Let's begin the meeting. First, I'd like to discuss today's agenda. Try it. Let's begin the meeting. First, I'd like to discuss today's agenda. Good. Now let's practice giving your opinion professionally. In my opinion, we should focus on improving customer service. Say it. In my opinion, we should focus on improving customer service. One more time with confidence. In my opinion, we should focus on improving customer service. Perfect. Now let's practice agreeing with someone. I completely agree with your point. That's an excellent suggestion. Repeat. I completely agree with your point. That's an excellent suggestion. And now disagreeing politely. I understand your perspective, but I have a slightly different view. Try it. I understand your perspective, but I have a slightly different view. Oh, that's interesting, right? In professional English, we always try to be polite, even when we disagree. We don't say you're wrong. We say I have a different view or I see it differently. This is how you sound professional and respectful in English. Now, let's practice asking for clarification. This is so important because in real life, you won't understand everything perfectly, and that's okay. The key is knowing how to ask for help. Repeat. I'm sorry. Could you repeat that, please? Again. I'm sorry. Could you repeat that, please? Now try. I didn't quite catch what you said. Could you say it again? Say it. I didn't quite catch what you said. Could you say it again? Could you say it again? Dot dot. And one more. Could you explain that in a different way? I want to make sure I understand. Try it. Could you explain that in a different way? I want to make sure I understand. Beautiful. These phrases will save you in real conversations. Don't be afraid to ask people to repeat or explain. Asking questions shows intelligence, not weakness. It shows you care about understanding correctly. Now let's practice making suggestions at work. How about we try a different approach? Repeat. How about we try a different approach? Again. How about we try a different approach? Now, perhaps we could schedule a follow-up meeting next week. Try it. Perhaps we could schedule a follow-up meeting next week. And, would it be possible to get more time to review this? Say it. Would it be possible to get more time to review this? Excellent work. Do you notice how we're using different structures? How about, perhaps we could? Would it be possible? This variety makes your English sound advanced and natural. You're not just repeating the same patterns. You're expanding your range of expression. Tell me in the comments, are you practicing out loud or are you just listening? Remember, shadowing only works if you actually speak. Your mouth needs to move. Your voice needs to practice. So please, say these sentences with me. Now, let's practice something really useful. Social conversations. Small talk. This is how you build relationships, how you connect with people, how you make friends or create professional networks. Imagine you meet someone at a coffee shop or a conference. Repeat. Hi, I don't think we've met before. My name is... Use your own name here. Again. Hi, I don't think we've met before. My name is... Now let's continue. What brings you here today? Say it. What brings you here today? Good. Now imagine the person asks you the same question. You can say, I'm here for a business meeting, or I'm just enjoying some coffee and catching up on work. Try both. I'm here for a business meeting, and I'm just enjoying some coffee and catching up on work. Perfect. Now let's practice showing interest in someone. That sounds really interesting. Tell me more about it. Repeat. That sounds really interesting. Tell me more about it. And, oh, I'd love to hear more about that. Say it. Oh, I'd love to hear more about that. Let me think. You know what's beautiful about these phrases? They keep conversations going. In English, we don't just answer questions with short replies. We show interest. We ask follow-up questions. We engage with people. This is how you have meaningful conversations in English. Now, let's practice ending a conversation politely. It was really nice talking to you. Repeat. It was really nice talking to you. And I should probably get going, but let's keep in touch. Try it. I should probably get going, but let's keep in touch. One more. Here's my email address. Feel free to reach out anytime. Say it. Here's my email address. Feel free to reach out anytime. Wow, that's nice. You're learning how to start conversations, maintain them, and end them naturally. This is real-world English. This is the English you need to succeed in life, at work, in social situations. Now, let's increase our energy a little bit. Let's practice with more rhythm, more speed, more confidence. Are you ready? Okay. Here we go. Repeat quickly. I'm ready. I'm confident. I can do this. Again, faster. I'm ready. I'm confident. I can do this. One more time with power. I'm ready. I'm confident. I can do this. Yes, that's the spirit. Now let's practice some action sentences quickly. I wake up. I get dressed. I eat breakfast. I go to work. I meet people. I have conversations. I learn new things. I grow every day. Say it all together. I wake up. I get dressed. I eat breakfast. I go to work. I meet people. I have conversations. I learn new things. I grow every day. Excellent. Do you feel the energy? Do you feel the rhythm? This is how you build fluency. You practice until the words flow automatically, until thinking and speaking happen at the same time. If you're still practicing with me, leave a comment saying, I'm practicing. I really want to know who's here with me on this journey. Now let's practice some common phrases that native speakers use all the time. These are the phrases that make you sound natural, not textbook-like. Repeat, that makes sense. Again, that makes sense. Now, I see what you mean. Try it. I see what you mean. Good. Now, that's a good point. Say it. That's a good point. And I hadn't thought of it that way. Try it. I hadn't thought of it that way. Perfect. These small phrases are powerful. They show you're listening, you're thinking. You're engaged in the conversation. Native speakers use them constantly. Now let's practice expressing opinions more naturally. Personally, I think. Repeat. Personally, I think. From my experience. Say it. From my experience. The way I see it. Try it. The way I see it. If you ask me, say it. If you ask me, beautiful. These openers make your opinions sound natural and confident. You're not being aggressive or pushy. You're simply sharing your perspective. Now let's practice something many learners struggle with. Phrasal verbs. These are verbs with prepositions that create new meanings. They're very common in spoken English. Repeat. I need to figure this out. Again, I need to figure this out. Now, don't give up. Keep trying. Say it. Don't give up. Keep trying. Good. Now, let me think it over. Try it. Let me think it over. And we should catch up sometime. Say it. We should catch up sometime. One more. I'll look into that and get back to you. Try it. I'll look into that and get back to you. Excellent. Phrasal verbs make your English sound natural and fluent. Yes, they're challenging because the meaning isn't always obvious. But with practice, they become automatic. Don't forget, if this practice is helpful, hit that like button and share this video with someone who's also learning English. We're all in this together, helping each other grow. Now, let's practice describing your feelings and emotions. This is advanced English because it requires specific vocabulary and the ability to express yourself clearly. Repeat. I feel excited about this opportunity. Again, I feel excited about this opportunity. Now, I'm a bit nervous but also confident. Try it. I'm a bit nervous but also confident. Good. Now, I'm really grateful for all the support. Say it. I'm really grateful for all the support. And sometimes I feel overwhelmed, but I know I can handle it. Try it. Sometimes I feel overwhelmed, but I know I can handle it. Perfect. Expressing emotions in English shows depth and authenticity. It shows you're not just speaking words, you're communicating real feelings, real experiences. Now let's practice talking about goals and ambitions. This is important for interviews, networking, professional conversations. Repeat. My goal is to improve my English speaking skills. Again, my goal is to improve my English speaking skills. Now, I'm working towards becoming more confident in conversations. Try it. I'm working towards becoming more confident in conversations. Good. Now, I want to be able to express my ideas clearly and professionally. Say it. I want to be able to express my ideas clearly and professionally. And I'm committed to practicing every single day. Try it. I'm committed to practicing every single day. Yes, that's the mindset. That's the attitude that leads to success. You're not just learning English, you're transforming yourself. You're becoming someone who can communicate with confidence in any situation. Tell me in the comments, what's your biggest goal for learning English? I really want to know. Maybe you want to get a better job? Maybe you want to travel? Maybe you want to connect with people from around the world? Whatever it is, write it down. When you declare your goal publicly, you're more likely to achieve it. Now let's practice something fun. Telling a short story. Stories help you practice past tense, sequence of events, and descriptive language. Listen carefully, then repeat. Yesterday, I had an interesting experience. Repeat. Yesterday, I had an interesting experience. I was walking in the park when I met an old friend. Say it. I was walking in the park when I met an old friend. We hadn't seen each other for years. Try it. We hadn't seen each other for years. We talked for almost an hour, catching up on everything. Say it. We talked for almost an hour, catching up on everything. It reminded me how important it is to stay connected with people. Try it. It reminded me how important it is to stay connected with people. Now, let's say the whole story together. Yesterday, I had an interesting experience. I was walking in the park when I met an old friend. We hadn't seen each other for years. We talked for almost an hour, catching up on everything. It reminded me how important it is to stay connected with people. Your turn. Say the whole thing. Yesterday, I had an interesting experience. I was walking in the park when I met an old friend. We hadn't seen each other for years. We talked for almost an hour, catching up on everything. It reminded me how important it is to stay connected with people. Ooh, that's interesting. Do you see how we combine different tenses? Past simple, past continuous, past perfect. This is advanced English. This is how you tell stories naturally, with depth and complexity. Now let's practice giving advice. This is useful in so many situations, from helping a friend to coaching someone at work. Repeat. If I were you, I would start practicing daily. Again, if I were you, I would start practicing daily. Now, you might want to consider taking small steps. Try it. You might want to consider taking small steps. Good. Now, have you thought about recording yourself speaking? Say it. Have you thought about recording yourself speaking? And one thing that really helped me was shadowing native speakers. Try it. One thing that really helped me was shadowing native speakers. Beautiful. Giving advice in English requires specific structures like, if I were you, you might want to. Have you thought about? These make your advice sound gentle and respectful, not bossy or commanding. All right, quick break. How are you feeling? Are your mouth and brain getting tired? That's normal. That's actually a good sign. It means you're working muscles that haven't been used enough. Keep going. Don't give up. Every minute you practice now will pay off in real conversations later. No, let's practice something really practical. Phone conversations. Many people find phone calls in English especially difficult because you can't see the person's face or body language. Let's practice together. Imagine you're calling a company. Repeat. Hello, this is your name calling. May I speak with Mr. Johnson? Please? Again. Hello, this is your name calling. May I speak with Mr. Johnson, please? Now imagine they say he's not available. You need to leave a message. Could you please let him know that I called? He has my number. Try it. Could you please let him know that I called? He has my number? Good. Now, it's regarding the meeting we scheduled for next Tuesday. Say it. It's regarding the meeting we scheduled for next Tuesday. And thank you so much for your help. Try it. Thank you so much for your... Perfect. Now let's practice answering a phone call. Hello, this is your name speaking. How can I help you? Repeat. Hello, this is your name speaking. How can I help you? Excellent. These phone phrases are essential. They make you sound professional and confident even on the phone when you can't see the other person. Now let's practice handling difficult situations. Sometimes in conversations, you need to interrupt politely or change the topic or express disagreement without being rude. Repeat. I'm sorry to interrupt, but I have a quick question. Again, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I have a quick question. Now, before we move on, could I just add something? Try it. Before we move on, could I just add something? Good. Now, that's an interesting point, but I'd like to offer a different perspective. Say it. That's an interesting point, but I'd like to offer a different perspective. And I appreciate your opinion, however. I see things slightly differently. Try it. I appreciate your opinion. However, I see things slightly differently. Wow, that's nice. These phrases protect relationships while allowing you to express yourself. This is emotional intelligence in English. This is advanced communication. Now, let's practice expressing uncertainty. It's okay not to know everything. The key is knowing how to say, I don't know, professionally. Repeat, I'm not entirely sure about that. Again, I'm not entirely sure about that. Now, that's a good question. I'll need to look into it. Try it. That's a good question. I'll need to look into it. Good. Now, off the top of my head, I don't have that information. Say it. Off the top of my head, I don't have that information. And let me get back to you on that once I have the details. Try it. Let me get back to you on that once I have the details. Perfect. These phrases show honesty and professionalism. You're not pretending to know everything. You're not pretending to know everything. You're being real and promising to find the answer. If you've made it this far with me, you're amazing. Seriously, you're showing dedication and commitment. Leave a comment saying, I finished the practice, so I can celebrate with you. Now, let's practice making plans and scheduling. This is everyday English that you'll use constantly. Repeat. Are you free next Tuesday afternoon? Again, are you free next Tuesday afternoon? Now, would you be available for a meeting around 2 p.m.? Try it. Would you be available for a meeting around 2 p.m.? Good. Now, how does Thursday morning work for you? Say it. How does Thursday morning work for you? And let me check my calendar and get back to you. Try it. Let me check my calendar and get back to you. Beautiful. Now let's practice confirming plans. So just to confirm, we're meeting on Friday at 10 a.m. Repeat. To confirm. We're meeting on Friday at 10 a.m. And perfect. I'll see you then. Say it. Perfect. I'll see you then. Excellent. Clear communication about scheduling prevents misunderstandings and shows professionalism. Now let's practice something very important in English. Making requests politely. The way you ask for something can determine whether people help you or not. Repeat. Would you mind if I asked you a question? Again, would you mind if I asked you a question? Now, could you possibly help me with this? Try it. Could you possibly help me with this? Good. Now, I was wondering if you could spare a few minutes. Say it. I was wondering if you could spare a few minutes. And would it be too much trouble to ask for your assistance? Try it. Would it be too much trouble to ask for your assistance? Perfect. These polite requests show respect and consideration. They make people want to help you because you're asking nicely, not demanding. Now let's practice showing appreciation and gratitude. This is so important for building good relationships in English-speaking environments. Repeat. Thank you so much for your time. Again, thank you so much for your time. Now, I really appreciate your help with this. Try it. I really appreciate your help with this. Good. Now, your support has been invaluable. Say it. Your support has been invaluable. And I can't thank you enough for everything you've done. Try it. I can't thank you enough for everything you've done. Beautiful. Expressing gratitude strengthens relationships and creates positive connections with people. Now, let's practice describing your routine using advanced time expressions. This helps you talk about habits and schedules naturally. Repeat. Typically, I wake up around 6:30 in the morning. Again. Typically, I wake up around 6:30 in the morning. Now, I usually spend about an hour exercising before work. Try it. I usually spend about an hour exercising before work. Good. Now, during my lunch break, I tend to read or listen to podcasts. Say it. During my lunch break, I tend to read or listen to podcasts. And in the evening, I make it a point to practice English for at least 30 minutes. Try it. In the evening, I make it a point to practice English for at least 30 minutes. Excellent. Notice the variety of expressions. Typically, usually, tend to, make it a point to. This variety makes your English sound sophisticated and natural. Tell me in the comments, what time do you usually practice English? Morning? Afternoon? Night? I'm curious about your routine. Now let's practice talking about challenges and how you overcome them. This is powerful language for interviews and professional discussions. Repeat. One of the biggest challenges I face is, again, one of the biggest challenges I face is. Now, to overcome this, I've been focusing on. Try it. To overcome this, I've been focusing on. Good. Now, although it's difficult, I'm making steady progress. Say it. Although it's difficult, I'm making steady progress. And each day I'm becoming more confident in my abilities. Try it. Each day I'm becoming more confident in my abilities. Yes, this is the language of resilience and growth. This is how you show that you don't just face problems, you actively work to solve them. Now, let's practice discussing experiences and what you learned from them. This is essential for job interviews and meaningful conversations. Repeat. That experience taught me a valuable lesson. Again, that experience taught me a valuable lesson. Now, looking back, I realize how much I've grown since then. Try it. Looking back, I realize how much I've grown since then. Good. Now, if I could do it again, I would approach it differently. Say it. If I could do it again, I would approach it differently. And finally, but every mistake has helped me become who I am today. But every mistake has helped me become who I am today. Perfect. This reflection language shows maturity and self-awareness. It shows you learn from experiences and continue to develop. Now let's practice making comparisons. This is useful for explaining differences, making decisions, and expressing preferences. Repeat. Compared to last year, I'm much more confident now. Again. Compared to last year, I'm much more confident now. Now, learning English alone is more challenging than having a teacher, but it's also more flexible. Try it. Learning English alone is more challenging than having a teacher, but it's also more flexible. Good. Now, the more I practice, the easier it becomes. Say it. The more I practice, the easier it becomes. And speaking English is just as important as understanding it. Try it. Speaking English is just as important as understanding it. Excellent. These comparative structures add sophistication to your English and help you express complex ideas clearly. Let me think. You know what I'm noticing? You're still here. You're still practicing. You haven't given up. That tells me something important about you. You're serious about improving. You're committed to your growth. And that's exactly the attitude that will make you successful in English and in life. Now let's practice expressing hopes and future plans. This is positive, forward-looking language that creates good energy in conversations. Repeat. I'm hoping to achieve fluency within the next year. Again, I'm hoping to achieve fluency within the next year. Now, my plan is to practice speaking every single day. Try it. My plan is to practice speaking every single day. Good. Now, I'm looking forward to having confident conversations in English. Say it. I'm looking forward to having confident conversations in English. And eventually, I want to be able to think entirely in English. Try it. Eventually, I want to be able to think entirely in English. Yes, these goals are achievable. You're not just dreaming, you're planning and taking action every day. Now let's practice some idiomatic expressions. These are phrases that don't translate literally, but are very common in English. Repeat. Let's touch base next week. Again. Let's touch base next week. Now, I'm on the same page as you. Try it. I'm on the same page as you. Good. Now, that idea really resonates with me. Say it. That idea really resonates with me. And we need to think outside the box on this one. Try it. We need to think outside the box on this one. Perfect. Idioms make your English sound natural and native-like. They show cultural understanding, not just grammatical knowledge. Now let's practice transitions and connecting ideas. This makes your speech flow smoothly from one point to another. First of all, let me explain the background. Again, first of all, let me explain the background. Now, furthermore, there are several benefits to this approach. Try it. Furthermore, there are several benefits to this approach. Good. Now, on the other hand, we also need to consider the challenges. Say it. On the other hand, we also need to consider the challenges. And, in conclusion, I believe this is the right direction. Try it. In conclusion, I believe this is the right direction. I believe this is the right direction. Beautiful. These transition words guide listeners through your thoughts and make complex ideas easier to follow. Don't forget, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do it now. We're creating a community of dedicated English learners here, and your subscription helps us grow together. Plus, you'll get daily practice delivered right to your feed. Now let's practice describing processes and procedures. This is useful for explaining how things work or how to do something. The first step is to gather all the necessary information. Again, the first step is to gather all the necessary information. Now, next you need to analyze the data carefully. Try it. Next, you need to analyze the data carefully. Good. Now, after that, you should prepare a detailed report. Say it. After that, you should prepare a detailed report. And, finally, present your findings to the team. Try it. Finally, present your findings to the team. Excellent. This sequential language helps you give clear instructions and explain complex processes step by step. Now let's practice expressing preferences and choices. This is everyday language you'll use constantly. Repeat. I'd rather have tea than coffee. Again, I'd rather have tea than coffee. Now, I prefer working in the morning when I'm fresh. Try it. I prefer working in the morning when I'm fresh. Good. Now, if I had to choose, I would pick the second option. Say it. If I had to choose, I would pick the second option. And personally, I'm more inclined towards the first suggestion. Try it. Personally, I'm more inclined towards the first suggestion. Perfect. These preference expressions show your personality and help people understand your thinking. Now, let's practice making suggestions and recommendations with varying degrees of certainty. Repeat. You should definitely try this method. Again, you should definitely try this method. Now, you might want to consider getting professional feedback. Try it. You might want to consider getting professional feedback. Good. Now, it could be helpful to practice with a language partner. Say it. It could be helpful to practice with a language partner. And you may find it beneficial to record yourself speaking. Try it. You may find it beneficial to record yourself speaking. Beautiful. Oh. Notice how each suggestion has a different level of certainty, from strong recommendation to gentle possibility. Now let's practice talking about habits, both good and bad. This helps in self-reflection and personal development discussions. Repeat. I've developed a habit of practicing English daily. Again, I've developed a habit of practicing English daily. Now, I used to be afraid of speaking, but I'm working on it. Try it. I used to be afraid of speaking, but I'm working on it. Good. Now, I'm trying to break the habit of translating in my head. Say it. I'm trying to break the habit of translating in my head. And lately, I've been making an effort to think in English. Try it. Lately, I've been making an effort to think in English. Yes, this language of habit and change shows self-awareness and commitment to improvement. Tell me in the comments, what's one English habit you want to develop? What's one habit you want to break? Sharing your goals makes you more accountable. Now, let's practice more complex sentence structures that show cause and effect. This is advanced grammar in action. Repeat. Because I practice daily, my confidence is growing. Again. Because I practice daily, My confidence is growing. Now, since I started shadowing, my pronunciation has improved significantly. Try it. Since I started shadowing, my pronunciation has improved significantly. Good. Now, as a result of consistent practice, I can now speak more fluently. Say it. As a result of consistent practice, I can now speak more fluently. And, thanks to this method, I'm finally thinking in English automatically. Try it. Thanks to this method, I'm finally thinking in English automatically. Excellent. These cause and effect structures help you explain relationships between actions and outcomes clearly. Now, let's practice expressing degrees of certainty and possibility. This is sophisticated language that native speakers use constantly. Repeat. I'm absolutely certain this will work. Again. I'm absolutely certain this will work. Now, there's a strong possibility that I'll reach my goal soon. Try it. There's a strong possibility that I'll reach my goal soon. Good. Now, I'm fairly confident about my speaking abilities now. Say it. I'm fairly confident about my speaking abilities now. And it's quite likely that consistent practice leads to fluency. Try it. It's quite likely that consistent practice leads to fluency. Perfect. Nuanced expressions show that you can communicate not just facts, but levels of certainty and probability. Now let's practice some powerful motivational language. This is the language of success, growth, and achievement. Repeat with energy. I am capable of mastering English. Again with power. I am capable of mastering English. Now, every day I'm getting better and better. Say it. Every day I'm getting better and better. Good. Now, my hard work is paying off. Try it. My hard work is paying off. And I will not give up until I reach my goals. Say it with determination. I will not give up until I reach my goals. Yes, yes, yes. This is the energy, the mindset, the attitude you need. English learning isn't just about grammar and vocabulary. It's about believing in yourself, pushing through challenges, and celebrating every small victory. Now, let's bring everything together. Let's practice a longer, more complex piece of speech. Listen carefully, then repeat section by section. Learning English alone has been one of the most rewarding journeys of my life. Repeat. Learning English alone has been one of the most rewarding journeys of my life. At first, I felt intimidated and unsure of my abilities. Say it. At first, I felt intimidated and unsure of my abilities. Thanks. But through consistent daily practice and dedication, I've made incredible progress. Try it. But through consistent daily practice and dedication, I've made incredible progress. I've learned that fluency isn't about perfection. It's about confidence and communication. Say it. I've learned that fluency isn't about perfection. It's about confidence and communication. Every mistake I make is an opportunity to learn and improve. Try it. Every mistake I make is an opportunity to learn and improve. And I know that if I keep practicing keep believing, keep pushing forward, I will achieve my dreams. Say it. And I know that if I keep practicing, keep believing, keep pushing forward, I will achieve my dreams. Now let's say the entire piece together with feeling and confidence. Learning English alone has been one of the most rewarding journeys of my life. At first, I felt intimidated and unsure of my abilities. But through consistent daily practice and dedication, I've made incredible progress. I've learned that fluency isn't about perfection. It's about confidence and communication. Every mistake I make is an opportunity to learn and improve. And I know that if I keep practicing, keep believing, keep pushing forward, I will achieve my dreams. But through consistent daily practice and dedication, I've made incredible progress. I've learned that fluency isn't about perfection. It's about confidence and communication. Every mistake I make is an opportunity to learn and improve. And I know that if I keep practicing, keep believing, keep pushing forward, I will achieve my dreams. One more time, even stronger. Learning English alone has been one of the most rewarding journeys of my life. At first, I felt intimidated and unsure of my abilities. But through consistent daily practice and dedication, I've made incredible progress. I've learned that fluency isn't about perfection. It's about confidence and communication. Every mistake I make is an opportunity to learn and improve. And I know that if I keep practicing, keep believing, keep pushing forward, I will achieve my dreams. Ooh, that's interesting. Do you feel the power in those words? That's not just English practice. That's a declaration. That's you claiming your future success. My friend, we've covered so much today. We've practiced conversations, workplace language, social situations, expressing feelings, telling stories, making requests, showing gratitude, and so much more. But more importantly, you've proven to yourself that you can practice English alone. You don't need perfect conditions. You don't need the perfect teacher or the perfect partner. You just need yourself, your voice, and your commitment. Remember, fluency doesn't happen overnight. It happens through consistent daily practice. It happens through shadowing, through speaking out loud, through making mistakes and learning from them. It happens when you stop waiting for perfect conditions and start working with what you have right now. Every sentence you repeated today made you stronger. Every word you practiced brought you closer to your goals. And I'm so proud of you for making it all the way through this practice session with me. Before we finish, I want you to do something. I want you to make a promise to yourself. Promise that you'll practice English for at least 15 minutes every single day. Not when you feel like it, not when it's convenient, every single day. Because that consistency, that daily commitment, is what transforms your English from good to great, from hesitant to confident, from translating to thinking automatically in English. And remember, you're not alone on this journey. We're here together every day, practicing, improving, growing. Make sure you're subscribed to Easy English with Sage so you never miss a practice session. We're building something special here, a community of dedicated learners who support each other and celebrate each other's progress. If this video helped you today, please give it a thumbs up. Share it with a friend who's also learning English. Leave a comment telling me how you felt about this practice. Did you repeat everything out loud? What was the hardest part? What was your favorite section? I read every single comment, and your feedback helps me create better content for you. My friend, you have everything you need to succeed. You have the tools, you have the techniques, and most importantly, you have the determination. Keep practicing, keep believing, keep moving forward. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, keep speaking, keep learning, keep growing. This is Sage from Easy English with Sage, reminding you that you are capable, you are strong, and you are going to achieve your English goals. Take care, my friend. And remember, English is not just a language, it's a bridge to new opportunities, new relationships, new versions of yourself. See you soon.